There it goes. I think it's streaming. I don't know if it is or not. Let's hope it is. Let's hope it is. It is. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so where we leave off last night, what we got to do now?
I'm picking rocks up out of this field. That other field's gonna need rocks picked up out of it. I have a feeling all the fields we have need lime.
Okay, do we have any way to lime them?
No, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have to add some money in here.
All right.
I'd put about 50 grand in.
It's a different number. It got me scared there for a second. It used to be number 5, now it's number 4. I don't think it worked.
I don't know why.
Add, remove money. Okay. 50,000. Yeah, it won't let me.
All right, hold on a minute.
I can stop the server and add government subsidy.
Yeah, it's okay.
You sell some of that grain off.
We could. Try logging in as admin.
I think I am an admin.
I think you're not. Oh, in the farm. So, you know, go into the farm.
Oh, yeah.
The symbol above the cog, and then they hit the space bar or log in as admin.
Uh-huh. Enter admin password. Son of a bitch. What is the admin password? I think I set it for my own account. Gotcha. That is the wrong password. I'm not going to lie. That is the wrong password. See if it lets me copy and paste it. No, it does not.
Same one as to log into the game?
No. There we go. Now I think I can make you an admin from here, right? No, you're just a farm manager.
Yeah, you always have to log into the admin.
Yeah, I guess I'm automatically an admin.
So now see if did you log in?
Yep. Yeah,
right,
we got it.
There you go. That's what you have to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I think every time you leave and come back, you come in as a farm manager, but I think you have to log in to be the admin.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at the map here.
At least my recording should look good. 10,000 kilobits. Well, the recording is way low.
Fields 3 and 6 both need they both need lime.
Okay.
So I would let's see here. fertilizer spreaders. I get away with the $45,000. Jeez. Might as well just rent the big one, lease it.
Mm-hmm. Get it
the
done.
K165.
Get it done quick.
Yeah. Want to do it, or do you want me to lease it?
You can lease it, I guess. What is it now? I'm sorry, I was like messing around with this shit. Or you're at the store,
Yeah,
right?
hold on. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Damn, this guy did something to his field. Is it a trailer?
Yeah, it's like a big spreader thing. Pull behind.
Will it be able to pull behind this tractor?
I think so. Is there at least
It's got like air brake sounds for the brakes.
yeah.
And once I get used to the control, I get like that sim panel. I get used to the controls. I probably will get rid of the cheat on the corner, on the edge of the screen there.
Yeah. There's a mod that you can buy to hide everything, like your whole entire hose.
You can turn it off.
Yeah.
Where it's like telling you what buttons to press.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the help bar, but there's one that hides everything. So like if you want to do thumbnails and screenshots.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which eventually I will, because I want to make my own thumbnails and stuff.
Nowhere to.
There's a long haul back to the store, man.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big spreader.
A lot better than them friggin'.
Some of the big maps, man, I had to like that.
Better than, yeah, that's what I was
That
gonna say,
one
a lot
big
better than
map.
Big maps.
I had to go a long ways to go sell them bales off. I was like, holy shit. All right, go down here. Go down a gear. Why don't you go down? There we go. What'd you buy there?
That's the line.
I gotta get something loaded up in there, huh?
I think you can just get next to it and it'll refill.
All right.
I don't think you have to have anything.
It's not doing anything.
You have to hit R next to it.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It's filling up. It's filling up. Oh, I didn't realize you have to keep hitting R
Yeah.
for each one. Yeah, it's each one gives you 10%. Roughly 10%.
If it doesn't fill it all the way up, then buy more because you're
Alright.
gonna probably need all of it.
Debating on hiring somebody to do it. We'll see. I guess there's nothing else we need to get done.
Well, there's nothing else to do, so you might as well do it. That's why I'm running this rock picker.
Save the money. I gotta get closer to it. Oh shit, I had a refill there. This thing must be kind of heavy, I will say that. It's kind of struggling.
If you need to, we can swap tractor.
That's alright. It'll be alright. I think it'll be fine. Which field am I doing? The one you just picked all the rocks out of?
You can do either one. It don't matter.
Can you pick the rocks up after you lime it, or you should lime it first?
It doesn't matter. It'll take it either way.
Damn, I need a little bit more. We should probably get what, 1, 2 more maybe. I actually have a mask thing at the door. Saying people need to wear masks inside. Yeah, please wear a face mask, thank you. The hell is that? I want to change my hotkeys. Oh, I don't have it. That's why. I don't have it enabled. But that's why. I don't. Fuck. Oh well. Oh well. Alright. I feel like I put a shitload of lime in this thing.
Yeah, it still won't be enough, I bet you.
Luckily, it's not that expensive.
Right. It just uses a lot of it. There's a machine, a mod, a thing you can use. You can make it from these stones I'm picking up. Oh, we don't have the mod. I don't think I have it downloaded.
Damn, everybody else has got their shit limed. I didn't realize. I didn't realize that. Maybe my computer just wasn't rendering that out. I don't know. Thing must be heavy. So everything's plowed, right? You don't have to worry about plowing nothing.
Yeah, I plowed everything.
Can't plant nothing yet. I guess the only thing you gotta do really is wait for grass to come up again, cut the grass again. How do we haul that silage off?
We're to plant. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Plant. I would say we plant wheat in one of these fields, and the other field will wait till spring and plant corn or something.
I feel like wheat pays a decent amount of money.
Get a lot of it. You get less barley, but barley's worth more.
Where do we gotta go to sell wheat?
I don't know. It depends where the price will be highest. A couple different places you can sell it.
Thinking do we need to get a truck, or is this map small enough? We don't have to worry about getting a truck.
We can use the trailer we got. Yeah, there's no sense in getting a truck yet.
That was one thing I did. That's one thing I liked about the aspect of that was like you could drive a truck to go deliver all your shit. It's kind of neat. I wonder what it would take to do, like a farm based around like here, Harper County. Like
to build a map.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if I bet you could use freaking Google Maps to help you out with that.
Yeah, that's what they do. The PDA in this is from Google Maps. So what you see there in the circle, that's Google Maps, taken from it.
Is there any direction you have to go in with this, or it don't matter?
However you feel.
So I can go around in circles if I want to?
You could, yeah. Probably easier, quicker to go. You go around the headland twice, you know, whatever, and then go up and down.
I really don't know how far I gotta stay away. I guess I'll figure it out one next time around. I feel like I can get wider with it. I'm not sure though. There's some rocks down here though.
Oh yeah, I ain't made it that far yet.
Yeah, I missed a little bit there, huh? Missed a lot of it there. I was pretty close where I was. I'll just stick there. There's definitely some people that do well on YouTube for streaming. I think it's just a consistency thing. There's not going to be a lot of people here right away, so.
Yeah.
I really need to get to 100 subscribers so I can actually have a link. youtube.com/rusty4104. You should push that bale out of the way.
Yeah.
What if you can you go put? I guess you can't put it in because it's straw. You can't put it in the silage pit. I feel like I got nothing to do with my right hand because like I just moved the camera with it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like I wish I had that panel now. I think a second keyboard would be a little excessive. I mean, that would work though.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, yeah. Some people build button boxes by taking the controller out of the keyboard.
I thought about doing that too.
It's not as easy as you think, but it's doable.
The circuitry's already there though.
Yes, but you got to figure out. You got to figure it out, like
Which button is actually which.
Yeah.
So you know what Z
that's
is.
That's a little complicated because it's not like in order.
Well, I mean, if you, once you go to program it in the thing, like, okay, well, what would you know? Because that actually screws up your real keyboard too, doesn't it? Yeah, I feel like doing a joystick would be a lot easier. Or just doing it with like Arduino. I don't know. I feel like it's a hobby in itself, figuring that out. Well, as big as a spread as this is, it might be easier just going around in circles. 'Cause you don't have to, you know what I mean? You don't lose any time stopping and turning. I'm already down to 57%. You will see them rocks if I cover up with all this lime.
Yeah, it makes it easier. I can tell where I've been. Because it turns back to brown.
I don't have to go back over that, right?
No.
Actually works out pretty good. You get like 12 mile an hour. It's not bad. Probably paying somebody to do this for like $2 grand. Yeah, I got a feeling I bought that shaver I was telling Alan about. I think it actually works pretty damn good. I got a feeling.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I got a feeling
like it'd be awesome.
I got a feeling he won't. He ain't gonna buy that thing. Man, it's so much easier than using regular razors.
Yeah.
That's the reason I never really did it. It's because I'm like, I am not doing that. I'm not using a razor every other day. You know.
Right.
At best. Works pretty good though.
I went to get a haircut today and walked in the. I've never been to that old line, Bel Air. When I walked in there, it was like
Wow,
17
Aldi's?
people. Yeah.
They have one on Main Street too.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't feel like waiting. The kids were in the car, and
Yeah, I think we actually called made appointments.
I just let Nicole shave it.
Yeah.
I wish I could get one of it that worked like that, but it would like you cut your hair and leave it like a number one guard.
They have clippers.
Awesome.
They have clippers like that.
Do they do?
Yeah.
That you can do it yourself?
Yep. I did an add-on with it for $20 for like beard clippers, but actually that's how I cut my hair. They're just as wide as a regular like wall clippers or something.
Right. Yeah.
A lot easier to handle than one you got to plug in. And
set of wall beard clippers that I've had probably, I don't know, 4 years, and I've probably had to charge the damn thing like once, maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
New batteries work so well.
It's the same one I got, but I've had the same one since like, I don't know, 2014. I was like, yeah, for $20. I'll buy them. Can't be that bad. I know one thing. I hit the back of my neck with that thing. I hit like almost like razor burn on the back of my neck with that shit. Well, it's one of the things you got to keep up with. You got to do it like almost every day.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to do that, I was like, I'd rather do that than freaking use freaking big shavers or whatever. That's a pain in the ass. Holy shit, I'm almost out of lime. But I will say that I run around the outside of the field. That's like the biggest part of the field. It'll probably take one more load to finish the field. This thing doesn't like come out of second gear. I mean, out of first gear sometimes. Must be a bug in the game.
Be a mess with that mod. Could be something with that mod.
Yeah. And you'll be freaking picking up rocks for forever in this thing.
Yeah, there's a modded one of these rock pickers. It's a little bit wider, makes it go a little quicker. I say once we do this once, we turn the frickin' rocks off.
That's fine. You said you can make money with it, right?
Not much. You can make lime out of the rock. There's a machine, like a stone crusher thing you can put down.
Yeah.
And
here I'm thinking I miss all these spots, and it's you.
Yeah.
Is it full? I need to fold it. All right, off to get more fertilizer. Damn.
Or lime.
That's what I meant.
Fertilizer goes forever. Like a half a load of fertilizer would do this whole entire field, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sitting here streaming at 10,000K bit rate, and I haven't dipped off 60 frames one time. Last night was horrible. Like, I was watching the wheels like spin on the front of this thing, and it was like chunking, like it was barely moving through. All right, I was playing on my phone.
No, I meant to look and see what RAM's in this computer. I was thinking about buying.
It's only 16. It's
Is it DDR3 or 4?
4. It's 4. I think that board. I think that board will only take 4.
Okay. And I think it's only got 2 slots. I did look in there.
Yeah, so you have to buy 16 gig slots. Yeah.
Yeah. What's in it? Like how many's? What's in there now?
16.
So you have 2 8s?
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Okay. My dad was wanting to speed his computer up, so I was gonna. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't even know what computer he's got. So I was thinking, well, I told him if I upgrade mine and mine's better than what you have and it'll work in your computer, I said I'll give it to you. But
if it doesn't work on his computer, it's one step closer for what Alan needs to get his shit up and running.
I can do that too.
Because he can have my other big motherboard. Because I pulled that out, the 450 B450.
Yeah.
Because I was using that one in the second PC, but then I wanted to use a smaller PC, so I got the ITX one to go in this, my Linux box one.
What graphics card is he running?
That 580.
580. It should do fine with this game.
Yeah, I actually looked. It's 1650 Super. It's like 1650 Super is a little bit better. If he wants to trade, maybe I'll trade him or something. But knowing him, he won't want to. But he says he wants to stick with PC gaming. I'm like, I think you might be in the wrong mindset for that one. He's better off playing on like Xbox or something. If you don't want to spend the money on it.
If I could have gotten the graphics card at a reasonable rate, I would have already pulled the trigger. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I just can't. I can't justify.
The only reason I have the one I have.
$2,000.
I got that. I'm ready. I lost access to. I can't log into my freaking. That goddamn mining app. I can't log into it. So my 2 graphics cards are just spinning up, and I can't even see how much money they're making. So I'm thinking about just taking it off. Like, if I can get access back to it, I'm just gonna turn it off and take out what money's in there. You can do a really
What do you think it's making a month?
Oh, it's paying. I'd say it's about 4 times the electricity cost, 4 to 6 times. I mean, it gave me the $400 to buy the wheel and pedals, so plus the trade I just did. So I'm not sure how the hell that worked with Robinhood, because I look back and it looks like they didn't charge me for the wheels and pedals, just the $66 for the shifter. Like, that's awesome. Am I missing some? I thought I bought more fertilizer. Did they stack the bags on top of each other or something? Oh, they're all in front of me. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I looked in the account and it's like it only shows the $66 for the shifter. It's like waiting any day. I'm like, I picked the wheels and obviously I got the wheels and pedals. It just fell through the cracks or something. It'll catch up to me like in 6 months. Oh yeah, we made an error back February.
Yeah. I know, that's like last summer. They fucking BG&E billed me like $400 and some in the middle of the summer for gas, and I'm like, what the fuck's this?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh well, back in the winter when you were using gas, we were estimating your bill because your meter wasn't reporting to us.
Yeah, they just did some shit like that this last month.
When we fixed your meter, then we could see what your actual gas usage was. So then that was the difference. I'm like, well, why would you fucking do that in the middle of summer? They're like, well, we can set up payment plans. I said, it's not about me not having the money.
It's just about you
said,
guys.
It's the fact that I wasn't expecting, to spend $400 on gas.
Right.
In fucking July. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I said, why wouldn't you tell me?
I enjoy natural gas,
but
but
your ass out here and fixed it. You know
right.
what I mean?
feel like if it was a meter reading on their part, I feel like that's their fault.
It wasn't like it was wrong, right? It's just they weren't charging me for anything that I didn't use. They just didn't know until the summer how much I'd actually used.
I feel like that's their bad. Like they should just eat that.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's not how the law works.
I know.
Now there is like some limitations on time, but it wasn't that long.
Oh, I'm sure they got that all in check.
We had a fucking school, a whole entire elementary school, where they came out and changed the meter, and the meter wasn't reading right. Like it wasn't the calculation wasn't right in the meter.
Yeah.
They didn't catch that shit for 3 years, man, and that's like we're talking like $15,000 a month.
Right.
And they never did charge us for it.
I don't think they can. I think, like you said, there's a law against that. Stay on the road. This weight gets to flipping, man. Yeah, they just hit me with a hell of a bill this past month too.
Well, gas is going to go up.
Oh yeah, I figure that's because
it's going to go way up now, but
luckily we're going in the summer.
Going up.
Everything's going up. Everything's going up with my fucking paycheck.
Well, the stuff was going up anyway because of the pipeline cancellations and all that, electricity and all of it was going up. And the reduction and restrictions on coal, it was all getting ready to go up. Now, with the added shit, and now most of Europe looks like they're not going to be buying their fucking stuff from you, Russia. It's going to get probably astronomically through the fucking roof.
Because everybody's going to be buying from the same people.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was watching stuff today, and it's like, I think, like, the NATO and all these places are really now just starting to realize, like, the impacts and the fallouts and stuff.
Yep.
And I think they were worried, too, because, like, India is kind of staying neutral.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And they were worried about like what's going to happen here because like if something did happen with China,
yeah,
the India has really good relations with both.
Yeah. Okay, we're playing it again. Wait. Okay. Damn. 10:30 is already up down here. I don't know how good India's defenses really are. That might be why they're staying neutral. Because they are a lot closer to Russia than they are the U.S.
I mean, they're better than the Ukraine.
Yeah, those guys are out there.
Got 1 billion people.
Just send them all in there at one time.
I mean,
they can't kill them all.
We can provide them weapons.
Well, we would love to provide them with weapons, I'm sure.
I don't think they're as bad as you think. I mean, they're not. Sure, they're not.
Well, they have rockets. They definitely have their own rockets.
Oh yeah, they're nuclear power. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, if they're smart, they'll renew, like Peach Bottom's permits up in 2030. They're going to renew that. If they were smart, they're going to renew it.
Sure they will. The only thing there is like, it comes down to cost of remodeling and stuff if they've got to do those type of things. They weren't planning on it, you know what I mean?
It's still better. It's still a better deal than anything else.
I'm sure.
Still way better than any hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity is probably good, but it's so limited on where you can put them.
Yeah.
Can't imagine you make that much off of them. It's probably why that nobody wants to pay for that freaking dredging. I don't know. I'm in the camp of Pico needs to get off their fucking wallet and pay for that shit. That's my opinion. Well, luckily, somebody said they're gonna start dredging without worrying about getting paid right now. Or I think the state's gonna cover it, but they're gonna go back and fight that legal thing with Pico Energy, so they can at least get that up top dredged.
Yeah.
That was one of my biggest reasons for voting back in Hogan. Not that I like his opponent, but he was really focused on getting that done, and then it just kind of dropped off his radar. I guess COVID and all that bullshit had, but still. That was like my biggest thing I wanted to see him do. Because that's what he was promising.
Yeah.
I remember a time as a kid, man, that was like right in front of the dam. It was like 100 foot deep. Now it's like 15 foot deep. That's nuts.
It's still pretty deep when you get up close, but about...
you gotta be right up on it.
It's a little bit farther back than you think. The last time I was up there, it was, and then there's still like weird areas up there where it's kind of deep.
I know, right in front of Peach Bottom, they got some real deep. They got some real deep spots.
Changes when the storms and shit. But
I know
yeah,
that there's a real deep
deep.
spot. There's a real deep spot up there underneath the 95 bridge, isn't there?
Yeah.
On the south, yeah, isn't there? Like it's like super deep.
Yeah. It's actually a little farther down, by the 40 bridge, right where on the Cecil County side. It's like 80 some feet, 90 feet.
Wonder why? If it's man-made or not.
I think it was. They had that naval shipyard and stuff there. And they built the tunnels and stuff up in there.
Yeah, they floated the tunnel down the river. I know a couple guys that worked on it. Well, I should say I knew because that was a long time ago. Yeah, that thing takes forever to fill up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like you got the same amount of rocks in it you had when I drove by the last time.
I just dumped it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it does take forever.
I think this is the biggest field we have.
Yeah. And really, it's pretty big. I don't like them much bigger than this.
There's a couple big fields out there. Like there's field number 1. It looks like it's pretty big. It splits off though.
Yeah.
I might have enough lime to finish this one. I don't know. We'll see.
Man, I can't wait for it to warm up.
Yep. Getting close. Got a tease last week.
Just today, there was like nothing to do, man. Just in that weird period of the year.
Yep. And a damn thing to do.
Lucas is going bonkers.
We have those damn nuggets that she makes. We made a big slide. I can slide down the steps with it.
Yeah.
Hindsight, I probably brought Ben over today during his nap. Well, while I'm still here, to get Zach when he wakes up. That would bring Zach over, man. I had a feeling he would just, I'd be buying you a new TV or some shit. He's already smacked ours with a fucking broom a couple times.
Yeah.
Although I did see that there's like a 80-inch TV, 4K. I think it's only 60 hertz though. It's like $800 at Best Buy.
That's all you need for watching regular TV.
Yeah.
You're playing on gaming.
Gaming on this, and if he's gaming, he don't give a shit about 60 hertz or 120 hertz. He barely even knows what freaking graphics is.
Lucas was excited as shit this evening. He managed to kill his first person in Fortnite.
Ben's been big on this, like, I don't know, there's like this story. Oh shit, I've already limed this. This is where you're running.
Yeah.
It's like a Superman story. It's like a comic book thing, but it auto plays and reads to him.
Huh?
But it's like a comic book type thing on his tablet. I don't know, but it's about Spider-Man. He's all about it. It's like he's like non-stop on it.
Is it he's got a fire tablet?
Yeah.
I don't know, Lucas just does whatever he wants on it. I don't know what all he
Although the only thing that irritates me about that thing is like the way they download. They click on it, it downloads. They click on it, it downloads. And it's a pain in the ass to get it off.
I went and bought another card. I bought him a 32 gig card to put in it just so he had some room.
Yeah, put a 64 and that was his Christmas present.
Taking pictures and making videos.
Yep.
So I was like, it was, already filling up. And, I'll go in and delete stuff. But damn, I don't want to do it every week,
Yeah. I felt like I was doing it like every other day for a while. I was like, play with what you got on there. So eventually, I put it on offline mode to where you couldn't download anything else, but then some of the stuff wouldn't work.
Right. No, he's got that other tablet. It was such a piece of junk, but I need to cancel it. It's got internet on it. But it was a Joy tab. Man, that thing was such a piece of shit. So now we use if we go somewhere, he'll play games on the Fire, or she can turn the hotspot on her phone.
Right.
And do it that way. So that's what we've been doing.
Maybe I won't have enough lime to do this field. Go back one more time. And sitting here, I can smell like wood burning, like a fire, and it kind of freaks me out every time because there's no one around here has a wood stove. But then I realized my neighbor, he's like up by the mailboxes. He's got one of those outdoor wood stoves. So like he heats his house, but from it's like, I don't know, couple, I guess about 100 foot away from the house. They're kind of neat. I don't know. I feel like a lot of fucking work.
I don't know if you can put them in anymore. They were trying to outlaw.
I know the Amish sell them.
Yeah.
Go up 222.
Pennsylvania you can have them, but I don't think Maryland you're really supposed to have them.
He's damn sure got it. I saw it.
Yeah.
It's only when it gets super cold that you start to smell that thing. Freaked me out the first couple times. I'm like, holy shit, something's on fire. It's like nobody around here has fireplaces.
Gas keeps going up. The people be putting pellet stoves in.
Yeah, no shit. I'd be one of them assholes. Is there any place I can slip through the hedgerow here? So much easier going through the hedgerow than all the way around by the barn. Sometimes you can't slip through the hedgerows. They like the tractor will go through, but the trailer doesn't. We only have those 2 fields, right? That would need lime.
Yeah, this field and then the other one's 6.
5 look like it might be a good field, but it's pretty damn big. We'll do that when we have more money. We can pay somebody to do it. I might look in the restream, I think, so I can do Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Because I feel like it's like a hit or miss with both of them.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook's got its deal because people scrolling it, you know what I mean?
Yep. But it's such hit or miss there. Really, we don't really use that much fertilizer or lime, do we? In the grand scheme of things, I don't know if it'd be worth buying one of these. It might be better just to lease it.
Yeah, for fertilizer, the other ones have a lot higher spread. The ones that like just hook on the back of the tractor.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't hold. They don't have enough capacity to hold all the lime you need. You would have had to fill that thing up 40 times.
Yeah, that's a waste. Then you're buying a truck and trailer just to drive back and forth and.
Yeah.
Vehicle leasing costs.
It's the trailer and this rock picker.
What the fuck? Why is it not picking up for auto here? I was watching some people play Apex and I was like, man, I kind of want to play, but then I was like, I remember just like what it feels like just to kind of get knocked down in every single game, and it's just like, fuck it. It ain't worth it. Plus, it's Saturday night. I don't get any much viewership on Saturday nights anyway, so it's kind of like Saturday night's like a free-for-all night, do whatever. Because I thought it was because, like, oh, everybody's out. It's not because everybody's out. It's because everybody else is streaming, too.
Yeah, everybody else is playing.
Weeknights seem to do the best for streaming. and it's 95. I'm not buying another bot. Been for that much. On the road again. Oh no, now that I have like the wheel and pedal, it's kind of like I feel like I'm obligated to play games that take it, that use it, utilize it. That's another thing.
Sure.
I think that's another reason why I hold off so long on buying one. It's just
Feel like it would have been a waste.
yeah, because it's like
Apex and other games.
I wasn't gonna use it enough. But now that I have it, it's like, man, I really should probably utilize this. And it's like a lot of people I watch, once they get into simulator stuff, it's all over with their other games. They don't do anything else. Although Starfield does look fun. I end up playing that. We'll see.
What is that?
It's like a from what I understand, it's like a Division 2 type thing, but like space type stuff. But not like the far-fetched space shit. It's kind of like a legitimate. We'll see. It's coming to Game Pass, so I'll be playing it on Xbox first to see if I like it. And then if I do like it enough, I'll buy it for PC.
There's some game that's popular. It's like a simulator. Well, people play it like a simulator. Space game.
Elite Dangerous.
And I don't know. Somebody said like you go out and you discover different planets and things like that.
Yep, you got to jump to hyperspace. You better have your shit together with that, because that is hard to do. Yeah. Like
I've never seen any gameplay, but I know like there's Thrustmaster makes like a set of like that's where the two controllers come into play. That because you this game
you drive because you also have land vehicles that you can go on the planet and like search around the planet.
Something like that would be cool. Like,
I remember getting on a forum because I was having a hard time docking, and they're like, "Oh, just go through the tutorial." I'm like, "I'm in a tutorial." I still can't fucking figure it out.
There used to be games like where you kind of had to like discovery game, like adventure games where you kind of had to like you were searching for stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So something like that I could see how that would be cool.
Yeah, like you take like you end up as like a I wouldn't say a mercenary, but you definitely start out like you gotta like deliver goods, and you can end up pissing people off because you're like you kind of go into like their turn, like these like they're like these pre-made like these like almost like I would say Death Star. I've only played the game a little bit, and apparently like once you get into this game, like you get locked into it, and it's like you spend days playing it. Well, like you land in these like city planets, and they're like space stations, but they're huge. And there's like one little entryway into it, and you gotta kind of navigate around it and find it, and it's actually kind of tedious and a real pain in the ass. I was able to do it a couple times, but I could never figure out how to dock. And you can piss people off, and if you like pull your gun out by accident while you're in there, because you can't figure out what buttons it takes to fucking land or put your docking gear out, they fucking shoot your ass and blow your ship up like instantly. Not that I found that out the hard way. Yeah, I got it for like $5 on Steam on a sale one time. Now, I've never tried it on PC, but I played it on Xbox back when I had Xbox One X. And that's why I had a hard time doing it. Everybody's like, yeah, control. It's like kind of like this, playing this game on controller and playing that on controller type thing. It's just, it's a lot more difficult.
I was looking at like for, I also was looking at like NASCAR games for this, but then people were saying like the new one that came out, it wasn't that great. Like it was kind of rushed.
Yeah.
The NASCAR.
Everything that I've seen.
Like, I don't know if it's Heat or whatever it is, but the recent one that came out, like I read the reviews on it, and people were not. There was like so much stuff that needed to be fixed, and they were bitching about, you know, when is this gonna get fixed, and this game's not playable until they fix this. And so I was like, man, I guess I won't buy that.
Yeah.
But like, I would be
racing
down for
game.
something like that, like,
I just don't know if I want to get like iRacing sim, like get into iRacing that much.
I don't think I can have the time for iRacing for it to be worth paying for it.
Yeah, the monthly fee is what gets me on that one.
Yeah. Well, you got to buy like every car. You know, you don't just get. You have to like work your way up to almost get like a license to be in certain races.
Well, like
if you just go in and fucking wreck and shit, you never make it into like higher end stuff.
There was the guy I watched used to play ATS. Is actually how I found him, because he was streaming ATS, and then he was he got into iRacing after that because he got his rigs, all his rigs set up, and he was telling me, he's like, I guess because on his car he put his Twitch.tv whatever, and I forget, some NASCAR driver actually came in. I guess he was racing with, because they use it to train with, because I guess it's that legit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He said that it actually came into his. Because like he was like not having like his downforce wasn't set right or something, and he was struggling. And the guy saw Twitch.tv on his car, and he came to his stream and started talking to him in his stream and telling him like what he's doing wrong. He's like, hey, switch this, switch that, put this to this, set this to that. I was like, that's pretty. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is really big into it, and a lot of them. Tony Stewart does it.
Yep. I know Tony Stewart. I think. The guy said he was actually on a track one night with Tony Stewart.
Yeah.
That would be kind of badass. But I ain't paying that kind of money. I don't do it enough. It's like...
you'd have to have time.
According to my wife, I do this all the time. This is all I ever do. But 2 to 3 hours a night, and that's it. But I do it all the time.
Yeah. And like, you know, the only time I get to do anything is between the hours of fucking 9:30 and 1 a.m.
Yep. And you're tired as shit.
Sacrifice sleep for it. Yeah.
Yep. I think it'll get better as they get older, and once they start doing it with you. Because if it keeps him occupied, and she ain't got to worry about watching him or like entertaining him or whatever, I think she don't like him playing video games, but I think that'll go out the window, and she don't have to worry about messing with him. And I don't want to like turn it into like an unhealthy thing, like with the like just Roblox and doing all the dumb shit. But like, if you can get into like something, I don't know. I want to say like this, but this isn't bad. It's not like a shooter game.
Stupid, but I mean, that's what kids do these days, man. It's not like when we were kids. You go outside, you know.
We still did this a good bit though.
What I mean?
Yeah. We still did this a good bit though.
Yeah, I played games a lot, but you know, we're talking Nintendo.
Right.
Super Nintendo.
It wasn't a whole lot. You get tired of that shit real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I did.
I wasn't interacting with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, online gaming changed it a lot for me. Obviously, did for a lot of people. I can't imagine like having a, because I remember like when the Gran Turismo 3 or 4 came out, and I had PlayStation 2. My dad bought me a wheel and pedals and everything for my birthday one year. And it was like the kind of like you wedge between your legs, so you didn't really hold on to it well. I don't know. I never really got to where I used it a lot because it was such a pain in the ass to use, because you could never really hold on to it well. He was going to try to find a way to mount it to the table. We just We just never did.
NASCAR 97 and 98, and then 2000 on computer, PC. And I had wheel pedals for it. Play it. Yeah, I was always fortunate because my stepdad, Vince, he was always into playing video games. Even as a kid growing up, damn near every weekend we would go to the arcade.
Yeah, we went down to one of Harvard Mall a lot.
He spent like $25, $30 then in the arcade because he loved it.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in the arcade because it was easy for them to go. My stepmom to go to the mall and just leave our asses in there. And all that shit's gone, man. I drove by the other day. Sears is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's damn near gone. It's not completely gone, but
I haven't been by there since I looked at it. But
yeah, it's trashed. I mean, when I say trashed, I mean demolished.
Whole Foods is what I heard.
Yeah, Whole Foods, and there's something else going in there too. I mean, they need to do something. The place is a dead zone, man. I walked in there not long ago. It was just like, this place is pathetic. And it's gotten worse. Obviously, COVID hit it hard, but it's gotten worse.
People just don't hang out like that anymore.
I remember, man, Friday night was like, that was the spot.
That was the place to go. You be line of parents dropping their kids off.
Between that and the freaking roller rink.
Yeah. Yeah. Buy more line.
Yeah. That's probably all I need to buy, though. I'll probably have enough to for us that field. The other field, at least. Yeah, I made sure I got the PlayStation one because like I said, I want to try that Gran Turismo because it looks good. Doesn't mean it's going to be like Gran Turismo Sport and it being a freaking joke.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted it, but at the same time, it's like, if I'm buying a wheel, I'm buying it for the computer. You know what I mean? I really don't have any intention of getting either. You know what I mean? I'd much rather just have a better computer.
Right. Well, that's why I'm looking at if I don't like it. That's money can go into like buying more shit for other stuff. And that may be what ends up happening, honestly. We'll see. I expected to kind of like this. I didn't think it was like right now, like the force feedback on turning the wheel and stuff. That's just, it's a whole different experience. Like, I'm really surprised they actually sell that wheel like for farm sim stuff. Like, they really shouldn't. I'm not saying they should sell this exact wheel, but maybe a modified version of this wheel.
I don't understand why they don't have different levels, right? Like, it's Logitech is the company. Like,
right.
Why don't they have one set with these components in it, You would think they'd make an ATS set.
Yeah, as big as it is. I guess it's not that big. I mean, if you got enough of interest to have for the panel, the switch panel, like you think you'd have enough interest like to upgrade that wheel a little bit, man.
Right.
Because this wheel isn't made for this. This is made for racing. I mean, the paddles on the back are legit. They're almost like real life. Now, of course, you get into the what's the real expensive one?
Fanatec.
Fanatec. Yeah, they have like the removable. It's got the removable steering wheel and all that shit.
Yeah. Even the Thrustmaster has some higher end stuff.
I don't know. I don't see me getting that far into it. I feel like this is.
Me neither.
This is pretty good. If this breaks, I'll probably just buy another one. Just like it. That's a hell of a hill back there. Holy shit. Barely made it up it. See, I like the smaller fields with the smaller farm field, but I like the big maps too. Like, it gives you more options.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Well, it's just hard, like, picking these rocks in these big-ass fields. You see how long it took me to do that one field.
Yeah. And you even paid somebody to start it last night.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like the Erlengrad. That's kind of a small. That is a small map, though.
Yeah. It's more for. There's a lot of wood, lumber, logging.
Where the hell would that be? I guess on the backside towards that one bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people that are streaming that map, they're more into the log deal.
Oh no, that day we started on that one maybe logging's a little better on this game, but we were doing on Farming Simulator 19 and
it's tough.
Yeah,
it's
I was like,
tough.
I don't know, man. It was so tedious. I mean, I guess you could think about this being tedious too.
There's a lot of guys that won't touch it, and then there's some guys that's all they do. They basically turn this into logging simulator. That FDR logging. I think I sent you some stuff that they got, but if you look his channel up, it's cool, man, to watch them do it. You can tell that they've got some time and practice, but they're using the dual controllers.
Right.
And, you know, it's pretty cool to watch them do it.
So I'd like take this. I guess you could take this and just like write a heavy mod for it, and you could like make this like a crane simulator type thing too.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised like they don't really have any simulator games like that. Like they got the construction simulator, but that's kind of meh.
It's not really like this game.
It's not really thought out. It's like let's just get something put out, type shit.
Yeah. I had a game on PC years ago. It was called it was like a helicopter game, but it was more geared. It was maybe it wasn't necessarily. It was basically like a rescue game.
Yeah.
And you ran missions with a helicopter, like search and rescue.
Yeah.
I think that may be what it was called, search and rescue or something like that. And that game was so fun, man. You had like a crane, you know what I mean, a hook, and you had to drive the helicopter, and there were different weather conditions and stuff like that, and you had to like fly around and search for if it was a person or a package or whatever you were looking for. Some of it was like delivery work, crane work. It was awesome. A really cool game.
Yeah. I remember playing a game on there on PC way back in the day. I'm talking like 2001. And damn, oh, you're going around. I'm like, damn, did I miss a whole strip? You flew like you started with like an A-10 Warhog, and you flew like different missions, and you could upgrade. It was Ace Combat before Ace Combat.
Yeah.
You had like some of the missions you go through, and you had to find a tank. In my head, I remember thinking back, it was had like really good graphics, but I'm sure looking at it now, it looked like a fucking cell phone. Or not even that good.
I know. I heard they were getting ready to, or somebody was talking. Maybe they were just wishing, but I don't know. There was talk. I remember reading here recently about a new Arma.
No, I did hear that too. I think that's coming in along with the DayZ stuff, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that DayZ's based off of Arma, so that's what I was wondering, if like they upgrade that, then maybe.
The day before that comes out, I think Alan's interested in that because that's like a zombie game and it's like the Division 2, but it is third person. You don't like third person. But it literally, it's like
getting used to third person.
It's literally like the Division 2 just with zombie stuff. It's like the graphics look almost identical to it. I'm pretty sure it's Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, but what does Alan have to play that on?
It's not gonna be his PC. I think he's planning on upgrading it. I think he's just probably waiting on taxes.
Oh.
You can get everything but a GPU, but apparently GPUs are getting ready to drop in price.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, waiting on.
Like I said, I'm gonna yank that stuff off if I can give.
Honestly, I was looking at maybe just buying a put together computer because you can kind of get.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive.
A little bit better deal.
Yeah, it's expensive though.
Yeah, they all are. I mean, like if you got to pricing out really putting one together from scratch, not fucking cheap either.
Well, like Power GPU, I think they only charge like $100 or $200 over cost. They're a pretty legitimate company. NZXT sells decent stuff. You can go to System 76. They make their Linux boxes, but you can load Windows on it.
Yeah.
But like they have Lutris. I'm pretty sure you can play this game on there, on Linux.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the games that are on Steam are getting because like the new Steam Deck is Linux.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like it's changing. Like it's changing a lot. Linux is not what it used to be when it comes to gaming.
Yeah, it's starting to get better.
That's good because man, somebody needed to like. I don't know. Linux has its problems. Don't get me wrong. Because it's really made for one thing, you know. And everything else is an add-on for Linux, but Windows has its stupid ass issues too that I get sick of.
I know. I've been telling people that aren't computer people just to wait a little bit longer on 11.
Yeah.
I was telling my mom, look, man, just wait a little bit. They don't have everything figured out quite yet.
So somebody asked me about 11 at work, and I was like, I'm going to put it this way. Like, well, some PCs aren't compatible. And the one guy's like, well, I bet yours is compatible. Oh, yeah, it's compatible. I said, let me put it to you this way. I'm back on 10.
Yeah.
And I had to delete every fucking thing to go back to 10. Like, it was worth it. I was like, you know what? I need to fresh install Windows 10 anyway. I need to start fresh anyway. Fuck it. I got a brand new install.
10 was the best version they've had in a while.
And they weren't going to change it. They weren't going to go away from it. Then they decided, let's release 11. Now, we'll say it looks cool, but I mean, looks cool don't work for shit if it don't work.
Yeah.
I do like the aesthetics of 11 a lot. It reminds me of a Linux desktop is what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like a Bungie desktop. Man, Pop OS, though, they've come a long way. They say with Lutris you can play like Apex, but I've heard a lot of people have issues, and until they change the anti-cheat flags it as a cheat. So, and you got to watch it with some of the games, some of these like monitoring softwares that like monitor your GPU, CPU usage, and all that. Like the Valorant, their anti-cheat sees that as a cheat, and you'll get banned for it just by having that shit installed on your computer. I think Afterburner is what does it. It's one of them. I don't need near as much lime for this field.
Try not to cover up where I'm going now, because it makes it hard for me to tell.
Yeah, you're on the outside anyway, so.
Yeah.
I'm just I do like loop around the corners because it's easier to get than trying to back up and turn and just loop. I just keep driving around a big loop. Yeah, I'm really surprised how much of a difference this wheel made. It's just crazy how much of a difference it is over that farming wheel, that tractor wheel.
And even the tractor wheel is an upgrade from
a controller.
Yeah.
I think that what it is for me is the resistance, because it just feels fake if you don't have the resistance. And like that was my biggest thing with like using a wheel and pedals, is like until they come out with one that actually has like real resistance and it feels real. I was telling that to somebody one time. I was like, until they get pedals and stuff like that, they're like, dude, they had pedals with springs. Like they do.
They make a kit for these to invert them. It turns them up the other direction, so they're more like a real angle and all. You know, you were complaining about.
Yeah, because it feels like your foot is tilted all the way back on it. But I guess it depends. If I was set up different, if I actually had like a real rig to set up in, it would be a lot different. That's my ultimate goal. Cause I even told like Kristen, if we
and you could buy the Thrustmaster, the Fanatec pedals that are upgraded.
Yeah.
Better than these. They're not that much.
Yeah, I was even telling Kristen, if we end up buying a house, had some property, I was like, we can. I don't even have to have a space in the house. Just let me buy like a 14x14 shed.
Yeah.
With like a split unit out there and just.
You gotta worry about some motherfucker breaking into your shed, stealing your gear.
Yeah, I mean that's always an issue, but. I know my brother-in-law, so they have a shed because their house is kind of small. So my sister got a shed. She's making her office because she makes legitimate money working doing social media stuff. So she has a shed that she's putting together for that. So they already had a shed that he was using for storage. So he's actually clearing it out because he has an entire, like he does GTA roleplay and he streams sometimes. I think he wants to get into streaming more, but so he's moving all his shit, setting the shed up outside his shed. So we got his shed and she's shed, whatever. He's got all his shit set up outside now instead of in the house.
For GTA on PC, you can use the wheels and pedals and a controller in combination.
I'm sure you can. I know one thing. I tried driving cars on that game because I got it for free the month that Epic Games had it on there for free.
Yeah. And
man, I was playing on mouse and keyboard. Driving a car is so hard on that.
Yeah.
Ooh. I damn near have 6 hours on this tractor.
Got 7 on this one.
And I think that's real time too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I thought I had more lime sitting here than that. Yeah, I guess I made somebody mad at the state association at me.
Why's that?
They want to take back over. They had Nick Hughes take over the website. He's like, yeah, they decided they want to go a different direction with the website. I was like, that's fine.
You get tired of doing it?
Well, I'm getting tired. I don't know any part of it anymore. You know, they're still sending me all the stuff, and
Right.
all right, that should be enough. Yeah, as they were getting irritated with my cousin because I guess how much he was charging, but like if you look at like what managed WordPress really is and like what he's doing for small businesses, it's actually a really good price. But for like what they need, it's like it's way overkill. And I was like, you're not gonna find what he's offering anywhere else cheaper. I said, you just need something different. Like, well, can you ask him like cut his price? I'm like, he ain't cutting his price. I said, he doesn't make enough money to worry about like that. Like, you guys are small time. Like, you guys are small time compared to what he's dealing with.
Right.
But then all of a sudden I got a message from Nick the next day. MSSA decided to go a different way with their stuff. Oh, that's fine. Now I don't have to worry about messing with it anymore, so there's that.
What did you have to do?
I would like update it and put like all the new officers and stuff in there. So like the new officers for the year, the dates, the book dates and everything. And I don't think they like the fact that I did it like you click the button, it pulls the PDF up. I'm like, I'm not retyping that entire list of like all the shoot dates to make it look cost. I did that 1 year and like nobody really, like, it was like not even a big thing. I was like, oh, can we save it somewhere? There's like a PDF you can download. So I was like, all that time I spent typing that shit up individually just to do, you know, I was asking for a PDF anyway. So I just made it to where they could get the PDF by clicking the button. And they don't like that, and they said it doesn't get updated anymore. Nothing's up to date. I was like, because Janice, she's like, he's not updating like he's supposed to. What are we paying for? And I'm like, Liz, that's me. I do all that myself. Well, why isn't it updated? I was like, because you don't ever send me nothing to update it with. Well, why not? I was like, I don't know. Talk to Janice. Talk to your secretary. And I think once they realize I'm the one taking care of it and I'm not even involved anymore, and they're like, why are we paying all this money out? And so Nick got
What was he doing then?
Tony's just hosting it, because I originally started all the hosting stuff, and then everybody that I had hosted, I gave them the option, you know, go out and get your own shit or move over to my cousin's company. And because he has like a legitimate IT company. And like websites is just something that he does added on for the businesses. It's not necessarily his like thing. It's just like an add-on. His big thing is like IT management. And so I gave them the option, like, hey, move to him, or, you know, go get your own shit. And some people did, like the Harford County Astronomical whatever at a college. They got their own hosting. I helped them flip over to the new hosting, and some of those guys are pretty smart. The younger guys are pretty smart, and they kind of manage everything themselves. And yeah, MSSA and Bob Canoe was like, okay, we'll just pay him, whatever. I was like, yeah, because I told him, because I actually had opportunities.
Those places doesn't like. Do they even need a fucking website?
No, but they want a place where everybody can go to get everything updated. So I was like, and so Nick, man, I guess
they couldn't do it on Facebook.
Well, I'm still running the fucking Facebook page. Like, nobody's asked for it. No, all these years, like, nobody's wanted the like admin rights to it. Like, nothing. Like, everybody keeps liking it. Like, I get notifications when people like it. Like, you can tell when people make their Facebook accounts finally, and they find the state association, they like it. I don't never post anything on that page. Like, nobody says anything about it. I'm amazed they don't want that. Come on, tractor. Make it up the hill. I'll get rid of all my progress over there so I can still see where I'm going. Where I need to start back up at. Oh yeah, I'll probably be done with this load of fertilizer here. Or lime. It's just so damn expensive. I was talking to, I guess you'd call him like my new boss. Apparently he's a big skeet shooter. And I was like, man, it's just gotten so expensive. Oh, it's not that bad. I was like, no. It's not that bad when you go down to Edgewood and you go shoot practice. Right. It's not that bad. I said, when you shoot at the capacity that I was shooting at. Yeah, it's like, that's why Kristen don't bitch too much about me playing PC. She's like, even if you spend money there, you're still not spending as much as you were trap shooting.
And that's what I try to, like, I talk to people all the time. Oh, why don't you trap shoot anymore? You know, and like, well,
can't fucking afford it.
I say you don't understand. Like, when I trap shoot, like, you have to shoot a lot to be good at it.
If like, not, you're just also there.
Yeah. I said, so like when I actually shot trap and was good at it.
That's all you fucking did.
I was shooting I was shooting 200 shells a week just in practice.
Right.
You know, and then you would go somewhere to shoot and shoot 200. You know.
Yep.
300.
Oh, that's what I was telling the guy. He didn't believe me. I was like, it was nothing for me. I told him how much I spent. He goes, that was just for a weekend? That's not too bad for a weekend. I said, no, that was just Saturday.
Yeah.
I went back and shot Sunday.
And then you're driving.
I said, not only that, but then if you go to the Grand.
Whole day.
Go to the Grand. Yeah. I mean, I was spending, like, when I was gambling on targets, I was spending almost $6,000. Right, because one year I came back with like $2,000. I was like, oh man, you made a good bit of money. I was like, no, I didn't. Because if I wouldn't have gambled at all, I'd have came out further ahead. Right. So that's after that year, that's when I stopped gambling. I only spent like $700 on targets the next year. I saved so much money by not playing the money. I was just donating all the big good shooters, man. I got tired of it. Got tired of giving them fuckers money. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, and I do wish I could go back to it. But now it's like now you can't even get a hold of shit. It's like you can't.
Right.
If you buy shells, you gotta buy the receipt. You can only buy as many shells as you're shooting for targets. Like if you go to Carney to buy shells, you can only buy as many. You bought 2 rounds, you can only buy 2 boxes of shells, and you got to show your tickets that you bought. Like it's that bad now. And hold it, it's $8 a box for the cheap shit. It's like, man, I was struggling when it was $5 a box. You really want me to go pay that kind of money?
Yeah.
You're shooting thousands.
Shells for I can remember we figured up, this is probably before you were into shooting too much, but we could load a box of shells for $2.50. And then it just kind of kept going up year after year, you know what I mean? And then I remember we were doing good, loading at $5 a box. And the shells we were loading were better shells than you could buy for $5 a box.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think that's what happened. I ended up getting, I was in the shed one night down at, I would spend my Fridays and Saturday nights down there in that Connex box. Even with that 9000H, with that, fast progressive hydraulic reloader, when you can reload a shitload of shells really fast. Kristen used to come over and help me. She used to come in and help. She would box the shells up for me. I'd load them so fast she couldn't box them to keep up. And I do almost a flat a night, which a flat a night really, if you're only doing 2 nights a week, that's barely enough to get you through the weekends. And I felt like it took forever to get to a fucking flat. And I sat there one night. She's like, well, how much does it cost to reload? I was like, oh, it's definitely cheaper. It's definitely cheaper. And then Harvey started running out of shit, so I started buying more stuff.
It wasn't.
And then I get into
cheaper.
it. It was like $51 a flat. And I could buy Rios for $55 a flat.
Right.
I was like, for $4 a flat? Fuck this. I'm not sitting in this shed no more. I want my nights back.
Right.
And it's just like, and you add on like going out, if you go out to the state shoot, even if you go out to the state shoot, you're looking at food, you're looking at fuel, you're looking at it just adds up, man. It's just like
we were loading heavy loads with 3 gram of powder. You couldn't buy them for. We were basically loading nitro shells.
Right.
That's the only shells that I would shoot. Reloaded.
Worst part is once we got into that clay dot, man, that clay dot was good shit. It just got to be expensive.
And then fucking clay buster wads.
Yep.
The wads, people didn't realize how much wads play a difference in the pattern.
Yep.
And I'm like, you're and you know, the old guys they would argue with, you know, I was like, look, I'm telling you, it's the reason that I shoot this fucking target and it disappears is not because I'm aiming better than you. I said it's the fucking shell that we're loading.
Yep. And people don't believe
it. That much different. It can't make that much. I said it fucking does.
People
argued. Explain that to the people all the time. I'm like, well, you know, you like, well, how come you can shoot the target so fast? I said because I'm fucking scattering shot, and I said the shell is so fucking hot. I said you're shooting light loads.
Taking a while, taking longer to get there.
I said it fucking takes a lot less time for me to get there. And they're like, well, why do you want to shoot the target so fast? I said, well,
wind doesn't fucking with it. There's a lot of difference with it.
When the fucking target comes off of that thing, it's not going nowhere. Right? I said, you let the fucking wind get it. It's all over the place.
You got about 10 yards. 10 yards for that wind. I mean, you might get that one random flyer that comes and dips on you or something.
Yeah. I'm like, you don't understand. You gotta have your gun in the same spot. You fucking.
When I started shooting,
reactive, and I said, don't. You know, you try to explain stuff to people, and they're like, well, I don't see what it makes a difference. I said, it don't. And I said you don't understand the difference in this game is fucking one target. Yep.
Well, that's why I was talking to. I started watching people like Mike Poe.
Not just one target. I'm talking one target out of fucking 100 targets.
One target out of 3,000.
Yeah. Like,
that's the difference of champion and not champion at the Grand. Right. I mean, I think Dave, what's his name? It's right here in Maryland. He still holds the record for the longest shoot-off ever at the Grand, and won.
Yeah.
I can't remember his damn name now. All I know is he was a cheap bastard. He always tried ripping us off for camping. Dave, what the hell was his name? I can't remember his last name. Son of a bitch.
I seen Smitty the other day.
He's still around?
Wise, yeah.
I imagine he's probably not doing ads.
Was he ever married?
No.
You don't think he's gay, do you?
He told me he get young women all the time. That's what he told me.
Well, I seen him at Wise I think it was last weekend or maybe the weekend before.
He always rode around with that guy Dave Green.
Yeah, he was with a dude. That's why I was wondering. Like,
he ran with Dave Green. Okay, so Dave Green's a lot younger than him though. He's like half his age.
Out with a dude, but like, how many times you went shopping with another dude?
Yeah.
Grocery shopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You fucking lived in the basement. I don't think we ever went grocery shopping.
No, I think we went to Home Depot once or twice.
Yeah.
Shit, I got leftover lime. What should I do with that? Can we save that?
And unload it, and when you unload it, it'll go back into the bins.
And where do I unload it at? Just over by the bins, I guess?
You can unload it back at the fucking shop if you want. It don't matter, wherever you want to put them. I don't have forks for that telehandler, so we'll have to get forks if we want to move them and put them in the sheds.
I already bought this lime down here, so I'm gonna get the rest of this lime down at the store. Put it all together.
Yeah, maybe bring it up here to this farm that I'm near, and we'll dump it off or something. And we'll have to buy some forks for that telehandler.
Yeah.
The thing shooting was like toward the end, I was just having more fun doing fucking stupid shit, you know, like wobble trap leagues and shit like that.
Yeah. I never really took off, man. I tried to keep that going. Nan kept it going for a little while.
Yeah.
But I lost interest when you only have 5 people out there shooting. It's like, man, I'm not doing all this fucking work. Keep a league together for 5 people.
Crowd now.
Yeah, there definitely no registered shooting. There's definitely no registered. Registered's kind of local. If you don't, registered shooting's dead. That's just, it's sad. It's the sad truth of it all, man. There's nothing. The registered shooting's gone. It's for a local club, small stuff. It's not worth it. It's not worth to spend your time go shoot registered at a local club anymore. You want targets? You go to the PA State Shoot. You go to these satellite grands and you pick up these targets and you just end up shooting penalty. And half these guys are so fucking good anyway. What the fuck is penalty? 27? They're already on the 27. 25?
Right.
They're already there. You know, or okay, you're gonna put me in A class. Woo, I'm double A. Okay. Well, it's not a penalty.
Yeah. Well, and the reality is there's less people shooting in double A anyway. Anybody can do good in a weekend.
Well, it's like then you get there's
shooting in's fucking C.
There's 10 people shoot at a local club. It's like it's you're not shooting. It's not competitive. There's nothing competitive about that. It's 5 people or 10 people, and then you're all gonna be in different classes, and they've added so many trophies to this to every fucking thing. So many categories you can be. There's 2 lady categories. There's 2 vet categories. You know. I got to the point where we just started doing winner runner-up. Fuck, we can't afford to keep buying all these goddamn trophies. And anymore, it turned into nobody gave a shit about the trophies. They're like, dude, we'd rather have shells. Okay, winner gets two flats, runner-up gets 1 flat. Easy enough for us. We had a fucking pallet of it out there. And they loved it because they had shells to shoot for the next shoot. Yeah, Josh.
You're trying to do is get targets in anyway.
Yep. Josh offered me to be part owner in the gun club for nothing. He was there's basically no buy-in. He's like, you can just have half if you help me run this and get it going. You can have half. I was like, wow, that seems like a cool deal. I said, I've done my time and I'm fucking done. I am done. I want to be rid my hands of this shit. I'm done with it. I've been wanting him to sell this place for fucking years. I said, I got kids now. I think did we have Zach yet, or Zach was on the way? Zach was on the way. That's what it was. And it's just I don't know. I knew what my schedule was going to be. I knew I didn't have the weekends. Nobody wanted me around with 1 kid. They're not going to want me around with 2. You know, that was another thing. Like, I went to Ray Hughes' funeral, and they were like, man, why don't you come around? You can bring the kids. You ain't going to watch them kids while I go up and shoot.
Right.
None of you are. Y'all talk a lot of shit. That's what's frustrating about it. It's like, I know you guys ain't going to do none of this shit. I think Liz was the only person that ever offered to, like, actually watch the kids for me. That was, like, one of the people that were complaining about it. Oh, it unloads its crates. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought it would dump like a pile.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
That's what I was saying. We don't have forks, so, like, if you wanted to move them, you need to buy forks for that telehandler. Truck.
Yeah. I don't know. This is so much easier to me. It seems kind of lame, but it just, I don't know. I guess I can return this shredder, huh?
Yeah, we're doing
Do we have a fertilizers? We can probably fertilize everything now, can't we? I guess we gotta seed it first, huh?
You can fertilize some now, but I think we already get a stage of fertilize because I'm picking the rocks.
Right.
So we can wait. You can get a seeder. And
what seeder
plant
should we
some
get?
wheat. Well, there's some seeders that you can put the fertilizer in, but we don't necessarily need that.
Phew, man, they're expensive. Damn, $25,000 is all we got left.
Yeah, we definitely shortchanged ourselves for getting started on this.
Now he does.
What we should have done, like, or we do another new map. You can start that sumbitch like in regular mode, like in single player mode as new farmer, where you get all the
and then add you in. Yeah, I saw that.
And then move it over.
On the server, you can't. Oh yeah, you can do it locally and pop it over.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely, as a new farmer, you definitely start with more equipment and shit.
Yeah. That we started way behind. So let's see.
I know which one to get. There's only one that's for 18 grand, but I got a feeling that's really small.
Uh-huh.
It only does certain stuff, too. There's definitely, they give you a little more information on the equipment.
I guess lease the Pottinger Terracene C6F.
Thing seems huge.
It'll hold fertilizer and
210 horsepower. I think that tractor will do.
It should do it.
So I need to buy some seed too, huh?
Yeah. Seed and fertilizer. And buy it in the same pallets that you just used. The big pallet, whatever. Otherwise, you have to have something to lift it up there.
Solid fertilizer, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
How many of that do we need? How many crates you think?
I don't know. Just start with 2.
Okay.
It goes a lot farther.
And then seeds. How many seeds should we buy?
Probably 2.
Or I guess the wheat, right?
No, seeds are seeds. Should be seeds. Same. Big bag pallets. Pioneer seeds.
Yep.
And then the solid fertilizer.
How many bags of seed do you think?
I would start with 2.
Just to see where it takes us.
Yeah, it goes pretty far.
Alright. Who's did you just get fuel?
No.
What's the fuel cost for?
I don't know. Oh, I had a worker running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have it set to where they refuel themselves.
Yeah, that's why. You can turn that off if you want. We can put fuel in.
It don't matter. I mean, you gotta buy fuel.
Yeah.
Well, we do have that. We do have that $10,000.
Yep.
We did buy
Yeah, we already
$10,000
have
worth.
fuel.
Damn, we're running out of money. I guess I'll add some if we need it, I guess.
was thinking the other day, man, I'd like to play some shuffleboard. I haven't done that in forever.
And a whole lot of places to play anymore, man.
No.
You can definitely tell there towards the end of Harvey owning the bar and everything, like shuffleboard was his thing over trap shooting. Like, he got inducted to the Hall of Fame up in Philly. Him and Darlene both did.
Did they?
Yep.
That's cool.
They stopped by here before they went up there.
Now, is that like a Philly thing or a national thing?
I think a national thing.
Huh.
Like Dick Hughes is big into it now, and there's a lot of people that's kind of just gotten out of shooting, man. And that's another thing. Is like I got into shooting. Like I was so big into it. All the people, ain't nobody into it now, man. Everybody's kind of moved on from it.
Yeah.
It just costs so much damn
But
money.
Once the kids got a little bit bigger, I wouldn't mind. I would be into doing it, something like that again.
Yeah, I think Kristen would like me for that to happen too, but I was like, I'm just not doing it right now. The problem is like, sounds like there's no one to work. I just got an email. They can't hire kids for the state shoot, so now they're asking for volunteers. Like they're gonna run the whole state shoot off volunteers.
Why can't they hire kids?
Nobody, I guess nobody's agreeing to work anymore because I don't know. We used the 4-H for the long time. I mean, I did. I mean, worked out good because it counted. It counted. Oh shit! This is taking a lot of seeds. That thing is full. 2 of them. It took not even 2. Yeah, I don't know. They're asking for volunteers. I'm gonna go, oh, that's not good. Basically, the email read, if you want to say, if you want to keep the state shoot going, kind of, if you want it to stay around, you need to. Each club is going to be assigned a bank, so like they're putting on the clubs to come up with people. I'm like, you can't get people to come out to the clubs to run the fucking clubs. You're gonna get them to come out and run the state shoot. They said that basically whatever the labor costs were for a bank, they would give that to the club as a donation that you represented. I was like, I could go out there and do that, but I don't know. Not with kids and stuff. It ain't worth it. She'll never go for that shit. She had enough of me doing that shit before. I guess I'll start with that big field.
Yeah, that's the one I would plant with wheat.
Yeah, is there a way to see
we're not gonna plant this other one.
Where you've been?
We'll plant. Huh?
Well, it like leave marks where you've been?
Yeah, you'll see it'll be a little bit different.
Just missed my spot. I am anxious to play. Not anxious. I'm looking forward to playing a racing game with this. Now because of like the Game Pass stuff, you can play like Horizon or whatever on PC.
Yeah.
Wheat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It gives you an option to select what seed you want to put in.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when you start these maps, they give you like fields ready to harvest, so you can actually have some money to operate with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the biggest thing about the shoot, like I was saying, is it's the people that like were there, and like they're all of them are gone, man. It's just it won't be the same feel to it for sure. Like there's no more Ronnies. Like Robert's out of it. Tony's not really into it anymore. Like, he was only into it therefore towards the end of me shooting, is because I was into it. You know, I kept calling him, "Hey, we going this weekend? Hey, we going here this weekend?" And if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't. He would have been quit. He would have quit a long time before that. This might take a while to seed all this. You can't run near as fast on this one. Baby's up, which is unfortunate. Yeah, the seed's definitely lasting a lot longer.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going near as fast. The best part about playing PC gaming is you always got something to do in the winter. You got something to do when it's too fucking hot.
Yep.
That's the thing. Like if you do trap shooting, you're only you're only doing that one day a week or whatever.
Yeah.
That was like another thing. I don't know. I was kind of lost interest with it, and it's what made me lose interest even more was like this seeing how mad people got at me when I wasn't able to make it there because of kids. It's like,
Yeah.
like how they were done with me because I couldn't come there and help anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I see what I was really worth to you guys. I really appreciate that. Whereas like everybody else is like they're part of the, they know things about their lives. They hang out with them outside of trap shooting, and for me it was just like, if I don't see them there, I don't see them type shit. The only person that I see outside of that would be Doug Gregg. Like I went to the casino with him a couple times, and he does my taxes every year. Still, I still get random phone calls from him, call and talk to me. I also knew I work with some of the guys he went to school with too, but he's like only one of the only people from the trap shooting world like that even comes in contact and knows anything about me. Half of them didn't even know I had a second kid, even though I'm friends with them all on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'd say the Hugheses, they're pretty decent people.
Yeah.
I have nothing negative to say about them at all. Oh, and
Fred's still into it and all that.
Not really. I know Freddie's not at all, pretty much. Jake.
Yeah.
think Jake went to work for Whiting and Turner. I think he just kind of got consumed with that. It's a lot of work. It's one of them jobs where you don't have a lot of free time. I don't know, man. It's just like you look back and like all that bullshit. All that bullshit. Now, who's involved with what? Some guy that's 25 years old owns everything now. It's just like none of that shit was worth it. Wasn't worth the friendships ruined. It wasn't worth it wasn't worth any of that, man. It's just a sad thing to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. There never was any money in it. You know what I mean? In the owning it or doing anything.
Yeah.
Like that. At least not on the scale that fucking Cedar Gun Club was able to have it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. It's granted, we didn't get. I wouldn't have got the experience that I got out of it if, it would have stayed Cedar Gun Club. But
right,
it was so much better of a club once it was just Cedar Gun Club.
It was a club.
Yeah,
it was more of a fucking. It was Christmas.
It was one of the best clubs in the state.
Yeah.
Like once I started looking at numbers and then thinking back, I'm like, God damn, this was one of the top clubs in the state.
Yeah.
It was Cedar, Kearney, and Carroll. Now it's Cedar, now it's Carroll and Kearney, and they're barely holding on. Like that, Bill Davis was telling me they threw their first trap shoot. I guess it was like 2 years ago.
The problem was like Cedar was all like a lot of nice people, and everybody loved coming up there. That's why fucking Thanksgiving Day was so many people.
Yep.
But Kearney was a bunch of assholes.
Yep.
Most of the people down there were dicks. Like they wouldn't even talk to you. You're the same fucking people that were into it that would travel all the different clubs. They would talk to you, but the people that only like were down at Kearney.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, like Red would talk to fucking anybody. Like the rest of them down there was like they didn't fucking have time for it.
Or they just thought they owned everything.
Yeah, like they were fucking better than me.
I had a guy one time, I guess he was volunteering, and he was from Carroll County. And at the time, I was second vice, and I guess he wasn't keeping up on what. And I went down, I was shooting, and something happened to the trap, and I went down to go look at the trap. He fucking lit into me. You're a shooter. You don't come down here. You don't this and that. And I just sat there and watched him and listened to him. I was like, okay, I don't do nothing. No problem. I fucking sat right there. They had to go get Dave. Dave come out. He's like, walked over to me right in front of him. He's like, why can't you go down and fix it? I was like, I don't know. Talk to this guy. He won't let me fucking go down there. He goes, Jesus Christ, you're second vice president. What do you mean he's telling you can't go down there? I was like, I don't know. You tell him that. That guy got pretty embarrassed after that one. I don't think I saw him around after that one anymore. Definitely some characters, man. People, and after being the person in charge of all that shit and the shit that gets back to you, like the problems that people make up just to have problems.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, what the fuck is going on in your head?
I was like fucking being a kid and working, and the assholes would like get on your ass for fucking pulling trap. I'm like, look, man, I'm 13 years old here.
That's a slow ass pull. Yeah, keep fucking talking. It'll be a slower one next time, motherfucker. Keep complaining. That's eventually what my attitude got to about it.
I was like, it was a slow pull, but you still shot a 19, so move it along.
I think I had to manually pull a trap one time, and then the guy turned to me, that was a slow ass pull. I was like, hey, keep fucking talking, you'll get more of them. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. That's actually, I think that's what I thought. I didn't say shut the fuck up, but I wanted to, because when you're like that, you can't say any cuss words because it's against ATA guidelines, and they can get you fucking thrown out of the ATA for cuss. Dave, that guy Dave, they damn near had him written out of the ATA for that. Went off on some girl at the PA state shoot, and all they had to do was write a letter up to somebody on the executive committee, and they were waiting the letter because they wanted to ban him, and they never wrote it and sent it up. But he was going to be permanently banned from the ATA. One of the best record holders in the ATA, and he was going to get permanently banned for that. And they were ready to do it because it wasn't his first incident of doing stuff like that.
Right.
He was a dick, man. Absolute dickhead. Damn, I wish I could remember his last name. It was Dad. His dad was a hell of a nice guy. Screwed up with something with him though. Man, he was a good trap shooter. Couldn't keep a job. Couldn't keep a friend, but man, he was a hell of a trap shooter. Made up lies about his guns getting stolen so he'd get the insurance money. I don't know how he got out of going to jail for that one. It's insurance fraud. I think what it turned out to be, he didn't actually have insurance on him. I think he thought he had insurance on him. He didn't. He reported him stolen so he could collect insurance money. He never had insurance on him.
Man, who would want to do that? Like, not just
That's just
for
the kind.
insurance fraud, but on a fucking gun. You get fucking ATF knocking on your door for some shit like that.
Yeah, shotguns though. They don't give a fuck about shotguns. Now you talking ARs, that's a different ball game. But yeah, he had like Clay Floyd. If you ever met him, he's one of the top. He was on the team, the we call that All-American team for the ATL, like big time. He's right in Virginia. Man, hell of a nice guy, man. I've seen him around a few times.
Tommy's son was on fucking that team.
Mm-hmm. Ty.
Ty.
That's a lot of shooting, man.
Yeah.
But he's basically sponsored Dave one year. And basically the deal was, you know, you give me half because I'm paying for everything. So whatever you make, you give me half. Because that's all Dave wanted to do. He wanted to go shoot, and that's all he wanted to do. And so Clay offered to pay for his he would stay with him in the camper. He paid for all his food, paid for everything. He's like, but you give me half. Well, Dave had hit, I don't know, he won like $20,000 at one event. Got like 20 grand off one event. And I know he got the check the next day. And then Clay's like, hey, anybody seen Dave? I was like, nah, I ain't seen him all. I ain't seen him all day today. And somebody's like, yeah, I saw him down there at the main building. It looked like he was collecting his check. And he was. He went to that fucker right to the bank and never gave Clay any of the money. Clay left his ass out there too. He didn't take him home. He went out and bought like a used car so he could drive home. He's a piece of shit. I wish I could remember his last name. It'll come to me later. God damn, it's bothering me now. Like this guy had like sponsorships with Silver Sights. And he pissed Jerry off and lost that. And then he got one for Cedar Zuccarini. I think he ended up losing that Cesar Guarini because he couldn't shoot shit with it.
Imagine it's hard adjusting back from a Silver Sights
From a 30,000 gun back down to a $3,000 gun.
No, I'm at the S Denver the other day when
Denver's still going around.
Huh?
Denver's still around.
Yeah, he was there with my grandmother's the other day. He's still driving.
I guarantee. He's like he was in with my grandfather, not Harvey, but grandfather Cookie. We found out he hadn't had a license since 2017. He just went down to Virginia right before he died. Drove himself down there. It's like, what the fuck?
What are you gonna do? Put me in jail?
Yeah, I'm gonna die anyway, fuckers. Well, he used to work with your grandfather up at Chrysler.
Chrysler. Yeah, that's where, I mean, Denver worked up there too, but Denver was a driver. Denver was Teamsters.
Yeah, that's what Dickie Whitmer was too.
Yeah.
He died a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah, Dickie did the same thing my grandfather did. They loaded cars.
Oh, okay.
But Denver was a truck driver. He drove on the truck. My grandfather and Dickie basically drank, and then when they wasn't drinking, they drove the cars.
Back when you couldn't get fired for that shit.
They couldn't fucking fire you. Fucking Congress would have had to come down there for you could fire them guys. Fucking Teamsters Union.
Yep. That's how my grandfather. That's how he never lost his job.
Every summer, my grandfather fucking had off because they strike. They went on strike, and it wasn't that they were like pissed about anything other than the plant shut down because they retooled.
Right.
You know, new cars come in, they had to retool the fucking plant, so you know they change model, right? So every summer, and usually he'd have about 2 months off.
I know my it got back to me that my grandfather Cookie used to go up here and take naps like a good because he'd be out playing music all night in the bars, so he'd be tired as fuck. Get up there and just sleep for 3 hours. I was like, damn, I could see catching like a 10 or 15 minute one, but not a fucking 2 hour one. That's a solid nap.
My grandfather would fucking he had in that Ram Charger, he had a fucking cooler of beer with him all the time, and that he would fill up in the morning. And he said that every week he would go out at Harvey's and buy fucking a case of vodka. And he said that they would drink that. He would drink that through the week. And then every fucking evening when he got off of work, he went to the bar. He went to Harvey's. And he would stay there till about 8 o'clock and then come home. My grandmother would have him dinner ready. And then he would go to bed because he'd have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to be up at Newark.
That's a wonder they lived as long as they did. Jesus.
Yeah, Dickie did the same shit. Drank non-stop.
That's like Cookie, man. I think that's what I think a heart attack got him, but I think his liver brought a lot of that shit on too, because he never stopped drinking. He never. The day he got to where he could only drink 1 beer a day, he was getting drunk off 1 beer.
Because his liver was shot.
Yep.
It's like that fucking Bowman guy down there that used to run that gun store. He drank himself to death pretty much. His fucking liver.
Yep.
I remember we'd go down there and he'd be yellow as all kind of fucking get out. Fucking jaundice.
Mm-hmm.
Stand there drinking.
Yep. Killing him.
Gun store. Yeah.
So at that point, you're drinking poison.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. The guy used to live in that trailer Harvey had right there at the farm. He had jaundice too, real bad, and I guess he had a drinking problem too. And
yeah, that's what causes it when you're that old.
So Harvey's like, man, him and Dad were talking one day. I was out there. He's like, man, and they're like, hey, have you seen Andy come out of that trailer at all? I was like, his truck's there. Harvey's like, I ain't actually seen him out and about in like 2 or 3 days. Dad's like, I haven't either. Harvey's like, he might have went somewhere. I went over to beat on the door. He didn't answer. I think maybe his girlfriend came and got him. Maybe went on a trip somewhere. Another 3 days went by. No, I guess another 2 days went by. I guess his girlfriend stopped by and asked Harvey, hey, have you seen Andy? Harvey's like, fuck, I thought he was with you. So Harvey got the key. He went in there, and sure enough, he'd been dead for like 5 days in there. He eventually just died. Collapsed right there on the floor.
Yep.
Can't do that shit, man. It's okay to drink, just not that excessively. I mean, there's a drinking excessively. There's just that much drinking.
Yeah. A guy at work for John's Controls that he was our sort of like a customer service rep on the construction side. We were friends, and probably, I guess it's probably been 3 or 4 years now ago. He fucking died. He was probably in his 50s.
Mm-hmm. That's young, man. You could live a long life these days, man.
He's just a fucking alcoholic, man, big time.
It's just...
we went to a Ravens game. They took me to a Ravens game one time, and he got out of the car and fucking turned up a fucking bottle of vodka before we went to go drink. Pre-game.
Pre-game.
Yeah, and like he would come and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing this morning?" He says, I'm stop by. I'll take you to breakfast." And he'd buy breakfast on the company, and then, but he would always pick places that had bars, and I never realized it. Well, he's like, and then we'd be like, all right. He's like, I'm not gonna pay the bill. He says, I'll catch you next time. Well, then he'd go drink fucking 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
He was like functioning. You didn't know it.
Yep.
You just didn't realize.
I don't know if you know the guy or not, but there's a guy that works on boilers out there.
Brian?
I don't know. He's like blonde hair. He's kind of a goofy bastard. Johnson Controls.
Yeah, it's kind of like a...
He's a goofy
he's
bastard.
Not heavy set, but he's not skinny.
Right.
Kind of got... Does he have reddish short hair?
Kinda.
Not real reddish, but like...
He's just a goofy bastard.
If it's the guy I think I know. Well, this guy that I knew, he wasn't really a goofy bastard, but...
Because we used to, because I don't like to sit down, because peeps like...
The guy I knew used to be he was actually a medic in the Army, or one of them, and...
I don't know if it's the same guy or not.
He actually was in school and had took school. He could have been a fucking hand surgeon, and he give it up to fucking boiler mechanic.
But this guy, the one building we have a boiler. It's like the only building we have a boiler in, and I'm not gonna. He goes to service it in the middle of fucking June. I'm like, I'm not sitting down here with you for 3 hours while you do this shit. So he obviously, the first time he did it like he did it every 6 months. So he'd be down there in December, and then he'd be back down there in June. So the December time, I was like, dude, all right, I'm leaving you down here. I was like, I'm not staying with you. I was like, I trust you. You're not gonna go. There's not much to go through down here anyway. We're not housed down here anymore. I was like, someone will be down here to get you. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. He's like, all right, we need like 2 hours. Okay. So we gave him till lunchtime. It was like 11:30. And then my boss, at the time, he's like, that guy's still down there? I said, yeah, he's still down there. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to go lock up. He's probably gone by now. He comes back. He goes, he wasn't gone. I said, really? He wasn't done? He said, only needed 2 hours. That was at 8 o'clock. It was like almost noon. He's like, yeah. I went down there. His truck was sitting there. All his tools still sitting out. And walked in the building. Couldn't walk around by the boiler. Couldn't find him anywhere. All his shit was still sitting out. Nowhere to be found. Well, the conference room down there there's no windows in it. You shut them doors, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you open the fucking conference room door, he's back there, kicked back, taking a good old nap.
Yeah.
Passed out. I was like, of all people to catch him sleeping, that was not the guy to catch him sleeping, because I guarantee you he got back and he got in some trouble for that one. And then the next time I let him in like 6 months later, same guy. And I come back down. He's going to eat his lunch and do his paperwork down there. And I come back, and because the boiler, as soon as you walk in the building, the boiler's straight to your right.
Yeah.
So the bathroom's like to the left. So if you need to go to the bathroom, I can see that one hall light being on or whatever. I go back down there. He has got every light in that building on. Hey, man, you guys wouldn't have like any plastic forks around, would you? I can't find nothing to eat my soup with. Or plastic spoons or whatever he's looking for. I was like, that's a gun range, dude. There is nothing in that gun range that resembles a fork or a spoon. What the fuck are you doing in there? He was snooping, obviously, just going around looking at everything. Yeah. He's just a goofy guy, man. Who's running AI? Did you put him in a rock picker?
Yeah, I got tired of fucking doing it.
Is there anything else we could be doing, or no? This is it.
Not really. We need to get we need to plant this, and then we can forward fucking time ahead.
Or if the AI could do it any faster than me. Probably not.
Well, the problem is you're doing it around.
And they do it back and forth.
Yeah, they'll do it back and forth. It's like snapped to the terrain. It'll be weird.
Yeah, I noticed on some of the smaller maps with the odd-shaped fields, they get fucked up. They don't do the whole field. Like, they'll miss spots.
Yeah.
No sense in coming out of first gear into second, because as soon as you do it, bogs it right on down. So you just gotta run it wide open. I guess if I put an AI worker on it now, he would just redo what I already did. Oh, I do feel like there's no turning around time, so like if I just keep going and don't stop, I feel like that's faster than going to each end and taking the time to turn around at each end. Yeah.
I think in real life though that thing can't do it on a turn, certain degree of turn. For this purposes, I don't really fucking matter.
Yeah. Yeah, last night, man, I finally got messed up. It took me forever because I didn't realize when it asked me if I wanted to use it as a mouse. I thought I was clicking yes to use, like, keep using my mouse as a mouse and not use the steering wheel as a mouse. So as soon as I would go to assign a button to it, the mouse would drop straight to the bottom of the screen and you couldn't do shit. The only way you could get out of the menu was to unplug the steering wheel, and I was getting so pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And finally, it's like I started reading online, and I was like, what is my mouse keeps snapping into one part of the screen? And like, because you need to ignore it, not accept it. So once I figured that part out, I was able to set it all up. There's still some parts I need to work through.
How did you choose the server host that you choose?
I went to
decide on them.
Yeah, I went to a website and it was like they listed their top 3, and I got a discount, but the discount I don't think went through. So there's that. There was a discount code. There's a little stutter there. I notice when you purchase things now, when you're on a dedicated server, it doesn't stutter the game like it used to.
Mm-mm. No, it runs a whole lot better on a dedicated server.
Wasn't that how they used to run, like COD lobbies? You would play on someone else's PlayStation or Xbox or something. I can't remember if that's how they did it or not.
A local host?
Kind of like they would assign like one PlayStation be like the main
they
point.
Might have. Yeah, I don't know.
When they first started doing it, obviously now it would be a horrible idea. I know, like, I used to, like, do the lag switch and stuff. You can't do that anymore. I mean, there's so many people that accuse people of doing it. Everybody's just using strike packs now. It's almost undetectable. They say Apex can detect it now. So they're basically
Yep.
saying if you're using
Do
one,
they do any?
they're going to start banning people. I guess they're waiting for a certain opportunity. Because you come across people that you're definitely using it. Well, then I found out like on PC, like you can set that flat line to single fire mode, and set alternate fire to your mouse wheel, and you can make that flat line just sound like an absolute machine gun on single fire mode. Like, well, how is that not cheating? Like, obviously the game allows it, but like that's like an exploit. That should be treated like an exploit and not be allowed in the game. Ooh. I think I'm only going about 12:30. I might call tonight.
Yeah, as soon as this field's done here, probably 12:30. Should be about done by then.
This field won't be done by then.
Nah, it's fine.
Time does fly, man. When you got something you got to get done and do. Man, we burned through that 50 grand, didn't we? Or is anything we can sell? We can probably sell that.
Yeah, the green. But I was trying to wait.
We can sell that bale trailer if you want.
Well, as soon as we get this done, we're gonna be able to skip time ahead.
Yeah.
And when we do that, then the grain price should go up. And we can go sell that grain, and we can sell all of it. And then also that silage will be probably done by then.
Well, that bale trailer, if we're not going to be doing bales and doing the forage and stuff instead, we could not have to worry about having that.
We'll be doing straw bales when we do this wheat field.
Yeah, but that's not till what, next August, right?
Yeah, but there won't be a whole lot to do. See, we don't have animals. So, once we get this planted, it'll be harvest time next, basically.
Right.
We're going to be skipping everything here soon. I mean, we can cut grass again and do another round of silage if you want to do it that way again.
You can do that. But grass probably won't be ready again until March. This is September, right?
Yeah, there should be an early. Yeah. There should be an early.
A little skip there again. It's like this one spot in the map it like skips. Down 10% wheat. Which one's the fertilizer? The up top with the bag with the green leaf?
Yeah.
Okay, the seeds are what I'm about out of then.
Have you had any viewers at all this evening?
Like 2.
Yeah.
I'd probably got a little more on Twitch, but I haven't been streaming. Oh man, did we freeze?
I don't know.
Okay, I think my game froze.
I didn't.
I definitely did.
Oh, there it went. You lost your connection to the game. Wonder if this server reboots.
Game server restarted.
Yeah, you may have to change the time that it reboots.
if it'll let you.
It does. Let me get into settings here.
Change it to like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it might have changed from the actual server company, not the game restart. Because there's like 2 different restarts to servers through the farming simulator, and then you got through the actual company. And the fact that it's not going to this makes me think it actually like Nitrate or whatever did it. Yeah, the server will now restart. We get automated tasks. Time interval.
It's some major fucking explosion that
should be back up now. Yeah, it's back up. Guess that's a good spot to stop.
They were moving in fucking them rockets, them fucking incendiary type fucking rockets that burn.
Yeah.
Basically, they suck up all the fucking oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're anywhere near them, you fucking die, regardless.
Yeah.
And then they were bringing in fucking Terminator tanks, they call them.
It's not letting me log the fuck in. What the fuck? Okay, let me on that time. Alright, so I'm looking at like these automated tasks. Saying 35, 30, 35.
They dropped some big fucking bomb on them.
Jesus.
I think they said it was at the airport there or something near there. Blew up some gas pipeline, old depot. That's what it was.
Mm. All right. I'll go ahead and end the stream here. Because there's no one there.
Back into the server.
Yeah, it's back up now.